Today we bring you a little gem of an endgame study from the heyday of Soviet chess. This is white to play and win. How would you approach it? Of course, the trump in white's position, their main asset, is the pawn on b6. However, it requires delicate handling. For instance, if white goes knight takes d8 here, then after king takes d8, black has already equalized. And if white follows up with b7 here, then after rook to b5, black is even winning. Here, for example, after rook takes e4, c5, black has a completely winning game. The pawn on b7 is under lock and key, and black's connected passers are rolling down the board. So, knight takes d8 clearly doesn't work. Hence, we go back and start with the move rook e7 check instead. White is more than willing to give up that knight on c6. The point is, if black takes on c6, then white has b takes c7. And black has no way to stop this pawn on c7 from queening on the next move. Hence, white is clearly winning in this position. So, king takes c6 is not possible. King to c8 is obviously a big blunder and runs into rook takes c7 checkmate. Therefore, black's best bet after rook e7 check is to go king to d6. That's the most testing move. And here, white plays b takes c7 anyway, and black responds with knight takes c6. Here, if you were white, what would you play? Well, I hope you did not say c8 queen. Queening that pawn runs into knight e5 check, and on the next move, black is simply going to win that queen on c8 and go on to win the game. Hence, the trick in this position is to underpromote that pawn to a knight. And this comes with a check, forcing black to go king d5. But hold on, how is white still winning here? One might wonder. White has a knight and a rook, black too has a knight and a rook. On top of that, black is up 2 pawns. So how is white winning? Well, observe the king on d5. Isn't it kind of smothered by its own forces? That is exactly what white is going to exploit here. It is white to play. See if you can spot the winning combination. Well, now it's time to just have a bit of fun. White starts with knight b6 check, forcing king d6. Then comes rook d7 check, forcing king to e5. And then comes rook d5 check, forcing rook takes d5. And finally, we have knight to c4. A beautiful checkmate, a smothered mate in the middle of the board. So there you go. That's the solution to today's study by the Soviet composer Dmitry Petrov. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I will see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care and happy solving.